where we learn about history, and we learn about how to be human beings again. And so Sogorea Te Land Trust is about that. It's about re-engaging ourselves back in the land, right? So this is why I do it. These are my 3 chukchukmo, my grandchildren, and I have one on the way in December. If we don't, as Ohlone people, in this time, bring back our songs and our dances, bring back these places, then we will have been lost. And so I need all of you to help ensure that that doesn't happen. And that's why I do the work I do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the presentation. You talked about really difficult things that have happened to your ancestors and delivered it in a really compassionate and charismatic way. So thank you. I'm wondering, as someone that's not from here, what stories I'm allowed to listen to and where I can go to engage with them, because I want to know why a certain mountain is where it is, or what the name of a creek is, what names the birds have and other animals. And every time I read about the Ohlone, it's very anthropological, and I don't know, I can't find stories with soul in them.
Come work on the land, and the stories will come. I think that's one of the things that we think about, especially in this culture, is that we think that we have the right to know those stories, and the right to know those names, and the right to know those things, when we are just trying to find them ourselves. So it's not for you to have. So you come to work on the land, and you build up the relationships, then that's when you get the stories.
I understand. Thanks.
Can you say something about the name Ohlone? You showed us all of these different tribes. Does that include everybody that you showed to us who are the Ohlone? And also, what is the status of rancherias that I know some Native people live on?
So Ohlone is a generic name, and during, I think it was around the 1960s, during the whole civil rights movement, people got tired of being called Costanoan, and so in many of the old books, people are still called Costanoan, and we decided to take on a different name. It actually comes from a village in the Southern Territory called Ohlone, and most people in the northern part of Ohlone Territory call themselves Ohlone. We are starting to decolonize. That's a great word that everybody uses, right? This whole decolonization, right? So ourselves are decolonizing our own minds and ways of doing it. When in our language, when I introduced myself, I said I am Lisjan. And the things that we were studying are from my great-grandfather. That's how he introduces himself, and that's how the original name of this place is, and who we are as human beings. And so we are called Lisjan in our territory, but there are other people that are also from this territory that speak Chochenyo. So there are the Muwekma people, there are the Humorin people, and there's Ohlone Tribe Inc. All the same tribal language from all in the same kind of area, but different tribes. And so that was very common in California, that there was not one overarching tribe, and the same thing for Ohlone. It's beginning to get taken back. People are taking back their own names. So Mutsun people are the Amamutsun, but there's also Indian Canyon, who are Mutsun people as well, in different places. So it's, we're really broken up by languages, and now we are also looking at our traditional ways that we would, the boundaries that we would be taking care of according to the creeks and the hills and stuff like that. We'll be doing some project work around that kind of stuff. Rancherias are reservations, and many people, there are smaller rancherias that are in Northern California. We never got any of those land bases, and so there are different tribes that have those places. Another
with all the different projects that you have going on, what is the most effective way for people to be allies in the work?
So that's a great question. So we have a website, Sogorea Te Land